Hey guys, I'm here at Kanto Lampo Waterfall here in Bali. I can't believe I have 4G LTE here down in this ravine. Hey Valerie, what's going on? Check out where I'm at. Can't really beat it. There's the waterfall. Kanto Lampo Waterfall. Where are you from, Valerie? I'm from San Diego. That's where I grew up. Yeah, I saw the message, but I couldn't respond to it because I'm in the water. You sent it when I was just about to go live. I actually haven't even looked at it yet. Make sure you guys subscribe to me on YouTube. I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. That's my goal. Please tell your friends, post my live streams to your Facebook. It will really, really help me out in the long run. Where are you guys from? Check this place out. It's not too bad, is it? I came up here because today's my birthday, September 12th. So I decided to make a day trip up here. Thank you. Yeah, approximately a year and 4 months ago, I was watching people do this on YouTube. And I hated my job. I hated the company I worked for. And I would go home depressed every day, unable to sleep because I took Adderall, just prescribed. But I used to go home every day. I wasn't able to sleep, and I would just watch people's travel videos here on YouTube. And now I'm finally in it. I'm the one people are starting to watch. Is it safe? Well, nothing in the jungle is safe, but we're taking our risks. It's eastern, the eastern part. It's by Ubud. And if you Google Kanto Lampo Waterfall Bali, you can see exactly where it's at on the Google Maps. But it's about an hour and a half scooter drive from Denpasar, which is the major city where the international airport is located. Yes, the water is probably like swimming pool temperature water. Might be even a little bit warmer than that. I'm shivering a little bit, but it's not too bad. If you're moving around, fighting the stream, it's you're not cold. Thanks, Nor. We're having a great time here today. Yeah, like I was saying, I used to go home. I hated my job. I would take a shower, take off all my clothes, open up my employer's MacBook Pro because I didn't have my own. And I used to watch travel videos of people doing this. And look, a year later, I'm in my own YouTube videos. I know I suck at creating videos, but I'm trying to work on that. No, it's like a stream. It goes probably for miles that way, and it goes miles for that way. If you guys want to join me while we float down the stream, we can do that. Look at those little birds. It is. You couldn't ask for anything better. It's like straight out of the Jungle Book. When I came here for the first time, I didn't even take any pictures. I just wanted to enjoy it. So the water here is about chest deep. It's about 4 feet. This looks like it's straight out of a movie like Jurassic Park or the Jungle Book. That's the first thing I thought here was the Jungle Book. Well, we're approaching the waterfall now. There it is. Let me show you guys. It's 1:30 p.m. here, approximately. Anyways, now I have my own MacBook Pro. I freaking live in Bali. And I don't have a job I have to go to every day. So my life is like pretty much perfect right now. Yeah. People are jumping in. Oh well. Now I have to fight against the current to get back to my favorite location because it's shady there and there's no harsh shadows in my face there. Check out that waterfall. So I can be on the beach, huh? I don't really like beaches, to be honest with you. I prefer freshwater streams and freshwater activities like lakes. I just don't like sand. Saltwater isn't my favorite. I do want to learn to scuba dive though and go scuba diving quite often. But I'd much rather spend my time here than at the beach. That's just my personal preference though. It's not for everyone, but it's for me. I'd rather be near a freshwater, natural swimming hole. So where are you guys from? I see there's three of you here. Nor, I know you're from Singapore. Valerie, you're from Santa Maria, California. Hey, if you guys look at my earthquake video on my channel, what's really weird is it's going viral for some reason. I say viral because it's going viral for me, you know, in my mindset. It started going viral at 1 o'clock my time, a.m. I don't know why. Something about the algorithm really likes that. But it's an old video from September 5th. It's horrible. But for some reason, just today, it started taking off, like seriously taking off. I don't even know why. We haven't had any earthquakes lately, so that's good. So it's kind of strange that an earthquake video from, and you know what's really weird is that, actually it wasn't the earthquake video. It was the power outage video. About how Bali was having a power outage for 2.5 hours on the whole island. And you know what's interesting is it's being viewed from a lot of countries that would have power outages themselves, like Turkey. Like, why are 300 people from Turkey like so interested in the power outage in Bali? And then I started thinking, it wasn't a lot of people from the US. It was a lot of people from like El Salvador and Turkey and Saudi Arabia and a lot of like third world countries too. And I was like, they're not viewing this video to hear about some power outage that they're probably used to having themselves. They're probably just viewing this video because they like me. I'm not trying to toot my own horn, but for example, people here in Bali like find Westerners like very attractive. Hey Kay, thanks for following me. Hey, don't forget to subscribe. I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers, and any little subscriber I really appreciate. There's a lot of people from Europe here right now. So, Rich, what branch did you retire from? Were you enlisted or were you an officer? Hello. Air Force, huh? What was your specialty code? Or your job? Was it a PJ? I bet it was a PJ, huh? Oh, nice. Very nice. So you're like a JAG guy. Thanks, Valerie. I really appreciate that. Oh, that's cool. Did you work with the Office of Special Investigations, OSI? Bet you did. Yeah, OSI. Investigating those UFOs, huh? Actually, UFOs are going to become a thing of the past with this 3D quantum radar that they've developed. Stealth is not going to be effective any longer, for much longer. Drug enforcement in the Air Force, you don't say. I bet there's a lot of steroids, huh? Ooh, I hope I don't get leeches on me. I didn't get leeches on me before. That's just what I need. Show up to a hostel bloody, with a bloody ankle from an accident, and leeches on me. It's not hot. It's like San Diego weather. It's like maybe 78 degrees, sometimes 81. The humidity is next to none. I think it's just like San Diego weather. People said, oh, is the humidity there bad? And Florida is much worse. The humidity here is nothing. Meth in the Air Force. You would think that was in the Army, not the Air Force. So yeah, I got sick of my job, so I quit. 30 days later, I was here in Bali. It's my birthday today, so I decided to come up to the waterfall here at Kanto Lampo. Couldn't ask for a better birthday. Brought some food, so I'm going to have lunch here in a few minutes. So, Valerie, I got into an accident on the way here, and it wasn't my fault. My bike went down because of gravel, and I got a pretty big cut on my foot. And I wasn't going to go swimming, but I was like, hey, you only live once, so I might as well. So I'll take antibiotics afterwards and clean it out with soap. But hopefully I don't get any type of blood infection or parasite, but I'll be okay. It's not bad enough to need stitches. So I think that it's just superficial scratches that are actually pretty deep. I put some Quick Clot on them to stop the bleeding. I carry Quick Clot with me everywhere I go in my backpack. I have the actual powder, not the gauze, so you can just pour it right in the wounds. And that stopped the bleeding immediately. And then I just continued on with my merry way. It doesn't hurt, so I was gonna maybe go home and just take a nap, but I was like, I have to push forward. Suck it up. You'll be in Chengdu, huh? Let me see. Chengdu is a good place. I have not lived there myself or stayed there, but I hear very good things about it. Don't go to Ubud. There's some crazy mofos in Ubud, like environmentalists and animal activists. If you're going to do animal activism, do it in your own country. Don't harass the people carrying chickens on the back of trucks. Hope you guys are enjoying my live stream. I'm going to edit a video of this. I've shot a lot of video. Hey, when you go to Chengdu, hit me up. We can hang out. I can show you around. Help you get a scooter. You're going to definitely need a SIM card and a scooter as soon as you land. I guess you could take Grab for the first few days, but Grab is like Uber for bikes here, but you have to go point to point. You can't just have them drive you around town. Yeah, Ubud is chill, but if you mind, if you don't really try to mesh with people there. So some people are really cool there. They are. I met some really cool people in Ubud, but I met some crazy mofos too. And the Facebook group called Ubud Community has 28,000 people, and it's one of the most toxic places I've ever seen on the internet. And I've been on Tor, which is the invisible web. But the problem is a lot of these community Facebook groups, they're moderated by Indonesians. And they either don't care or can't tell when people are being toxic. And they don't kick people out of the groups. So if it was me, if you were rude to someone else, I'd immediately ban you from the group. Yeah, make sure you don't rent a scooter from some scooter place on the side of the road. Make sure there's an actual building. It's, check the Google reviews. They don't have Yelp here, but don't rent a scooter from some guy off the street. You'll get scammed. I recommend where you're staying, you ask your hosts who they recommend for a scam-free scooter. That's what I do. I pay $54 a month for my scooter. That's 800,000 Indonesian rupiah. That's a good deal. So yeah, if you guys subscribe, that would really help me. If you help post my videos to like your Facebook walls, that will really help me too, to get your friends to subscribe. I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. I have one source of income right now that's passive from online affiliate marketing. It's about $1,200 a month. It's not too much. I really need to get to 1,000 subscribers to start making money on YouTube. But I also need to start producing better content as well. And I know that. And I admit that. And that's what I'm working on. But what's wrong with my eye? There's a weird shadow on my eye. But yeah, I'm looking for a better camera than my cell phone. This is actually a very good cell phone camera. I'm very pleased with it. But I'd like to buy a little better camera. I don't have a point and shoot or a DSLR. I used to have a Canon Rebel a long time ago, and I got very good with it, but then I sold it. I never bought another one. So I need something with interchangeable lenses where I can use wide angle lenses. All right, Valerie, have a good night. It was nice talking to you again. Have a good day at school tomorrow, or college, or wherever you go. Sorry for the shaky video. I'm kind of getting cold now. There's like all these little sticks and leaves floating down the river here. Man, my dopamine levels, they really kick in when I come to places like this. I fight with depression a lot. I have since I was 14. I just sleep all day, most days, and I have to force myself to make YouTube videos. I want to do it, I really do. I've always wanted to do it. But I have worked with computers for so long, I didn't really have a personality developed, and you kind of need a personality, like I was saying in my last live stream, to have a YouTube channel, and that's what I'm working on, is finding myself and finding my personality. I was so focused on my career, my skills, and that's all I did was computer security, 24/7, literally 24/7. It was my hobby, it was my job, it was everything. And I ended up saying, hey, I don't even know what my own personality is like. But being here at Bali has really helped bring out my personality. I've met some really cool people. I've had some really cool experiences for prices like next to free. So can't ask for anything better. What questions do you guys have? Again, I can't believe I get 4G LTE down in this ravine at this waterfall out in the middle of nowhere. The Ebola is setting in the river water. Last time I was here, I saw some monkeys drinking from this stream, but you don't see any monkeys today, unfortunately. I'm just checking on my backpack. Hey bro, what's going on? Yeah, I have 4G LTE coverage down here, and I have this Huawei phone, and it's like the best phone I ever had in my life. I mean, I prefer iOS, but if I'm going to have an Android, this phone, I would buy another one. A newer one came out, but I would still buy the same model, because the same model is now only $150. And it's like literally the best non-iOS phone I've ever had in my life. So you guys want to see the waterfall again? For the new people, there it is. Can't really beat that. Hey, David. What are you doing today? Any fallout from the earthquake? We haven't had an earthquake lately. We've had very small ones on Lombok, and we can't feel them here in Denpasar. The bigger ones, if it's over a 6, or if it, like, say 5.5, we can feel it here. But they've been having 5.1s, and I haven't felt anything. Yes, David, you should be in bed. I'm sure you have work to go to tomorrow. You should come out here with me. Like a round trip ticket is only $1,000. And you can stay with me at my place for free, so that's your biggest expense right there is hotels. I can tell you where to eat for like next to nothing. No, I don't miss the U.S. And I didn't leave because Donald Trump or the political situation. I left for because, like I said before, when I was younger, I couldn't afford to travel, and when I was older and gainfully employed, I couldn't afford the time to travel. So I quit my job. 30 days later, I was here in Indonesia. I don't really miss the U.S. too much, to be honest with you. Not that I hate the U.S., I love the U.S., but I also love living here in paradise for next to nothing. Oh, there's spiders. Gotta go. Your flagship phone. I almost lost this one riding on a scooter today. It landed in the middle of the road, and it was like a whole minute it was sitting there before I could run and get it. And thankfully it didn't get run over. Thankfully. I think people avoided it on the road. Thank God they did. I don't recommend getting a really expensive phone. I watched a YouTube video and it made a lot of sense. I don't want to buy the highest in Apple phone because I don't want to train Apple that they can charge $1,000 for a phone and get away with it. So I haven't bought the iPhone X. I went with an Android phone this time. It was only $250, and it has dual cameras on the front and back, so it can take the blurry background photos in the front and back, and it has flash in the front and back. And it's a fast phone with a higher than HD resolution display, big battery. I couldn't ask for a better phone, to be honest with you. The only thing I miss about iOS is the simplicity of it and the keyboard and AirDrop with my Mac. I have a MacBook Pro. Oh yeah, so anyways, back to this video I watched. It was some guy saying, don't ever buy a high-end smartphone ever again because you can get very good features in a mid-range phone. So don't go for like the lowest Android, but go for something in the middle. That makes the most sense, and that's what I did. And I paid $250 for this phone, and it is like way better than even an iPhone, in my opinion. But I'm still, for personal use, I'm still a iOS fanboy, okay? But I will admit, Huawei has done an excellent job with this hardware. Let me check out my backpack. Oh, it's still there. Yes, it is. Android has more security issues because it's more fragmented, because the hardware is not made for the software and the software is not made for the hardware. It's basically like Windows for your phone, in my opinion. And every manufacturer can mess around with it. I don't like that, because what you get is you get these US corporations and these Korean, like Samsung, and they send the development out to like India and like these third world countries, and they pay them next to nothing, and they want the most features the quickest way possible. And I'm not knocking the people in the third world that is making the software for these phones, because I've actually met people that have done that from the third world. But when you have such a fragmented operating system and so much hardware you have to support, shortcuts are going to be taken, and it's not going to be as secure as a company like Apple that develops the operating system very specifically for their hardware, and they design their hardware very specifically for their operating system, and that's what makes it iOS inherently way more secure than Android. Ooh, I'm getting cold. I mean, I recommend an iPhone, but don't get the iPhone X and pay $1,000 for it, even if it's on payments. Apple will just keep raising the price. I guarantee you. Do you like? I don't know what that is. Is that the gas station? I don't care where I buy my gas. I sometimes buy gas from literally glass bottles on the side of the road here. Oh, nice. Yeah, I posted on Reddit because I was like, why not? No one else really is doing too much with that. And so I thought, hey, it's another way to get traffic to my videos, to get my name out there. And it's done a very good job for me. Yeah, I want to provide a lot of information to people of value. So that's why I posted on Reddit. And it kind of turned into an AMA almost. So I'm glad I could, provide people guidance and information. But what's right for me is, it's not always right for everyone else, but if people are interested in my story, I'll definitely share it with them. Yeah, so my scooter, I thought the gas meter on it was broken, even though it's electronic, because I've been driving it all day, like literally all day. And I thought the gas meter was broken because it was still saying it was 3/4 full. And I'm like, I just drove 2.5 hours up a hill. But I pulled over and looked at the liquid in the tank, and there was still plenty of liquid in there. So I got a good scooter. I've had some bad ones before that were gas hogs. This one is very good. So you guys have any other questions? I have to go soon. It's already been 33 minutes. I'm sure my battery is not close to dying, but it's dying. I brought a battery pack with me so I can charge it in my backpack. If you guys don't have one of those, get one on Amazon. I recommend a name brand. Belkin is good. A USB battery pack, 10,000 milliamp or larger, and it's a real lifesaver. So, bro, Seth, where are you from, and are you a digital nomad, or do you want to become a digital nomad? What's your story? I wanted to become a digital nomad, so I studied it for a year. I already had a passive income from many years ago, though. But I studied travel for a year on YouTube. Every night I got home from work, I would open up the laptop, get into bed, get some coffee going. And I used to live in Lake Elsinore for a couple of years, a long time ago. San Luis Obispo is pretty nice. So if you live in San Luis Obispo, what are you doing on Digital Nomad? What's your goal? Yeah, definitely. I felt the same way, dude. I had my own apartment in San Diego. I had my own car. Everything I got for myself on my own credit. I was spending about $3,000 a month just to live. And, I had a good job, but it was just so mundane. And the company I didn't really care for. So I decided to leave after a year and 5 months at that job. And 30 days later, I was here in Indonesia. But you can get really, really depressed if you're not happy in a job or with a company or your situation. And, it can fester. And it did with me. It really affected me really, really bad. And I finally made the jump. I liquidated my whole apartment and just moved on out of here. And I recommend that you do the same. Hey Valerie, nice to see you again. I bet you couldn't sleep because you knew I was here and you were there. Oop. Something was biting me. Actually, maybe it was probably a stick. Hopefully it was a stick. Yeah, what I did, dude, my boss said the wrong thing to me one day, and I just stood up. I called him out in front of everyone, and I walked out, and I turned in all my equipment, and I said, I'm out. And I had been joking with everyone about moving to Thailand, and everyone's like, yeah, you're not going to do that. Well, yes, I did, but I moved to Indonesia, not Thailand. Yes, I got a social visa for 6 months. It's initially good for 60 days, but you can keep renewing it every 30 days. But I have a visa agent that just keeps my passport with them, and they go and renew it every month for me, and I just pay them through PayPal. And they're very good. I recommend Visa for Bali. If you just Google Visa for Bali, make sure you get the actual Visa for Bali company. But they're very trustworthy. They have had my passport. They bring it back to me when I ask them to. For example, when we were having all those earthquakes, I was like, if there's a major earthquake here, I'm going to need my passport. So I asked them to bring it back to me, and they did. Then I needed another extension, so they came and recollected it from me. For the price that I pay them, $48 per month, what they do is they'll come to my door, pick up my passport, and renew my my visa for me, and then they'll drop it back off at my house, at my doorstep. So it's $48 a month for that. It's a little expensive for Indonesia, but let me tell you, it's well worth the money. Visa for Bali. They even provided me the sponsorship letter for $20 that you need, because you need to be invited by an Indonesian citizen to get the social visa, and you need to have an invitation letter to show the embassy along with a copy of their ID. Yes, you have to get the social visa outside of Indonesia. You cannot get it inside of Indonesia. So what I did was I just contacted Visa for Bali, which I found through another YouTuber, and I went on the embassy website for Indonesia and saw all the paperwork I needed, filled it all out perfectly, contacted Visa for Bali. They sent me my sponsorship letter with a copy of my sponsor's ID. I printed it out. I printed out all my paperwork that was filled out immaculately, and I turned it into the General Consulate of Indonesia in Los Angeles. And they told me come back in 3 days for my visa, and it was that easy. Hey Shorty, yeah, it's beautiful here. I'm at Kanto Lampo Waterfall. You should Google it. Check out that waterfall. Visas don't have to be a pain, dude. I found some pretty good hacks for visas. Some people don't want to use an agent, and they have nothing but trouble. If you go to another country, what you need to make friends with locals, and sometimes you need to pay locals. They get everything done for you. Let me tell you. Locals, they wash and fold my laundry. They clean my house. They wash my dishes. I'm well taken care of here in Indonesia. Hey, Shorty, I recommend that you come, but book your flights early, okay? What you do is you go to google.com/flights, and you look at what days are the cheapest to fly from your location to DPS. That's the airport code, DPS. It stands for Denpasar. And you don't book through Google Flights. What you do is then you go into incognito mode or private browsing mode in your browser, so the travel sites can't see who you are. And what you do is you go to skyscanner.com and kayak.com in private browsing mode, and you look for flights on that date that you want to travel. That's the cheapest. That Google says is the cheapest usually. And that's how you can find the best deals. And try to get the same airline all the way through. Don't get a multiple airline ticket, because you'll have to recheck your baggage wherever your first stop is. And so you have to get a temporary transit visa to exit immigration to get your bag to recheck it. Don't recommend multiple airlines. If you use the same airline all the way through, I think China Airlines is who I use, and they were very good. They will transfer your bag for you at your first stop. So try to get the same airline all the way through. That's my recommendation. So what else do you guys have for me? It's almost my lunchtime. Started to quiet down here now. It's nice. When you guys come to Bali, hit me up a few days before you come. I'm leaving in a month or two, but if you come, hit me up, see if I'm still here. Or maybe I can recommend some locals to you for like renting scooters or finding a place to live. Yes, this is really live, Harold. It's live from the jungle in Indonesia. They have 4G LTE here in their jungle. Next, I'm going to Chiang Mai, Thailand, because that's like the digital nomad capital of the world. So I've done Indonesia. I'm going to do it for 5 or 6 months. I can always come back though. So I'm not stuck anywhere. So if I don't like Thailand, I'll definitely come back here. To get into the waterfall, it cost me 10,000 Indonesian rupiah. And I don't mind paying that at all, because that's how they keep the waterfall clean and maintenance, and they build stairs and everything like that. So 10,000 Indonesian rupiah is just like a few cents US. It might be like 36 cents or something like that. Harold, hit me up if you come. If I'm not gone yet, I'll definitely hang out with you. I wish you guys were here. You guys could work for me. If you guys knew what I did for a living, for an income here, you guys wouldn't even believe it. It's so easy. Unfortunately, it takes a lot of skill. But I'm looking for people to come and live with me and work and learn. But It has to be the right person as well. Or even people. I'd like multiple people. I'd actually like to start a travel group where we're just a bunch of friends and we just travel together. I think that would be pretty cool. Hey Harold, where are you from? Hey Shorty, yeah, Chiang Mai. I've never been there, but it seems pretty awesome. You know, I want to live in Chiang Mai. It's called D Condo, Delta Condo. It's just D Condo, Sign, SIGN. If you Google it, supposedly it's the biggest swimming pool in Chiang Mai. Austria, huh? Nice. There's a lot of people from Europe here. Nice. You should also learn, Shorty, you should also learn about video editing. I recommend that you download DaVinci Resolve, the free version. It's a very good digital video editor that's free. They do have a paid version if you need like really professional features. But if you just need a basic video editing system that can color correct very well, I highly recommend DaVinci Resolve. It runs very good on my Mac, and I'm sure it'll run great on a PC as well. But if you already do web development and you do audio production, you might as well learn video editing as well. You know what I need a drone. Blubber's cold. Oh look, there's some kids. And what's weird is I didn't see them pass me either, so they came from another way somehow. There's some kids out there playing. They look like Jungle Boys. Yep, those are definitely Jungle Kids. Final Cut Pro is good too. If you have a Mac, Final Cut Pro is probably the most efficient. However, I don't want to pay the $300 for it. I will eventually probably. I might even stick with DaVinci Resolve. I was very impressed with it for the free version. Yes, I'm from San Diego. Specifically Carmel Valley. And not Carmel Valley in Northern California, but Carmel Valley here in San Diego. Well, not here in San Diego, but in San Diego. Sorry, I grew up in San Diego, so I just assume, I just refer to it as here. Yeah, I might buy it. I mean, $300 isn't a lot of money to me for what Final Cut Pro is. It's just living here has really made me cheap. Oh, nice. I actually lived in Palm Springs for a year. I went to Palm Springs High School for a year. My sister is messaging me. All right, guys, I got to go in 10 minutes. That's the 1 hour mark. So yeah, definitely hit me up. If you guys have any questions or are traveling out here or just need some advice. It's taken me a long time to actually find good stores and a good place to live. I love my apartment. I don't think I could ask for a better apartment. Thank you, Valerie. I really appreciate that. Nice. What year did you graduate? I graduated, I was supposed to graduate in 2003. we want to hear a funny story, is I've worked in computer security for a long time now, and I didn't even graduate high school. I checked myself out my senior year because high school always bored me, and I went on to bigger and better things. I have a GED though, but I got that a few years later. Valerie, well, Valerie, you should study like computer programming, like C++ or Java or JavaScript or Angular or Python. Python would be a good language to learn, probably. There's not a lot of female programmers, and it's a job that you can do entirely remotely, and you get paid a lot of money, and you pretty much call the shots. So companies will pay you as much as you want to earn. I highly recommend computer programming to you, Valerie. You'll have a job as soon as you graduate school, just because you're a female, okay? All these Google and Facebook companies, they don't have enough females on staff. And they're always looking for female systems engineers and computer programmers. I highly recommend that to you. Alright guys, how's the video quality? Is it 10 out of 10? Is it choppy? Is it blocky? How is it? Wow. You know what's, I have one complaint about all these waterfalls. There's no Wi-Fi. So I'm going to float down the little river here once more. And when I get to the waterfall, that's when we're going to have to say goodbye. So thank you for joining me today. I've enjoyed your guys' company on my birthday. It's kind of cool to hang out with your subscribers. I always have 4G wherever I go, even in the jungle. Even in a ravine that's full of rocks in the jungle. Thank you, bro. Make sure you subscribe and hit the bell button so you get notified when I upload a video or I go live. Yeah, I'm 34 today. Can you believe that? 34 years old. I decided to come up to my favorite little waterfall spot here on Bali for my birthday. And I got into an accident on the way here. But I'm okay. And the bike's okay as well. I couldn't ask for a better birthday, guys. Thanks so much. Alright guys, I'm gonna go. I'll talk to you guys later. Have a good night. Yeah, hey, work on it and you'll soon be here yourself. Trust me. I was in your shoes not too long ago. Now I'm here. But the secret is you just gotta do it, okay? Don't let anything hold you back. Alright, gotta go. I love you all. Thank you for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you again later. Bye.